If you're stopping in the chat, say what's up. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Doing some Saturday morning putting here. Started a little bit early. If you're so inclined, we can do a miss counter in the chat. What's up, Louis Flores? How's your Saturday morning going? Playing any golf today? Watching any golf today? Doing some putting? Not bad. It's cold here. I hit an ungodly amount of balls the past couple days. When was it? Wednesday? I hit balls for like 5 hours. And then Thursday I hit balls for about 3 hours. And then yesterday I hit balls for about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. So call it about 10 hours worth of swinging over the past 3 days. Figured I'd actually don't feel too bad today, but figured I would take it easy a little bit and roll some putts instead of taking more swings. Sound a bit under the weather? Your voice doesn't seem normal, seems clogged. Really? Could just be, I don't know, maybe still in the morning. What's up, Riker? What do they call it, like morning voice or something like that? I feel fine. I mean, sounds stuffy. Maybe. Maybe I'm starting to get sick. Who knows? Practice makes perfect. That's the goal. That's the goal, Louis. Do me a favor if you guys don't mind, just hit the like button real quick on the video. Helps with the old YouTube algorithm. Doesn't cost you anything to do. It takes you about a quarter of a second of your time out of your day, and I would greatly appreciate it. Did you buy some irons yesterday, Black Cloud, or what? Strange about my voice, you say. Like I don't feel like my nose is stuffy or anything. What clubs do I use? I mean, this putter is an Odyssey White Hot. Where is it? Odyssey White Hot Versa 1. As far as irons, I have a combo set of TaylorMade P770s and P790s. So I go 4, 5, and 6 iron are the P790s, and then 7 iron through approach wedge, which is 51 degrees, are the TaylorMade P770s. Then I have an 8-degree Sim2 driver. I have some older hybrids, and my 3-wood's older too. That's about it. Wedges are from Amazon. Went to Golf Galaxy last night, tried the Strixon ZXi5 irons. Didn't pull the trigger on them though. Still game my Mizunos until I get fit again. Who's to say those would be the best irons for me? Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not a huge believer in fitting. To me, the most important fitting that you're gonna do is just like you did, go to the store and try out irons and see which ones you like the best. Um, you can get fit into something and then you change your swing around a little bit, and a week later, a month later, maybe those aren't the best fit for you anymore. So to me, I don't know. I'm not a massive believer in that, and none of us are robots. So even day to day, you're going to swing it slightly different. You're not going to gain like 20 miles an hour of club head speed overnight, but generally speaking, you know if you should be like regular, stiff, extra stiff type of thing, and then after that, it just comes down to what you want. But that's just me. You're hitting the same distance, shorter than your Mizuno. The mat killed your elbow. The mats were worn down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. You sure it was the country club? I don't have any issues with that, and that's still. I mean, everyone has different preferences, but like the country club elite mat is up there for like a premium mat. Like the full size ones are like $600 for a reason. Um, like it seems like the top ones are like that Sig Pro Softy, the fiber built that you have, and then the country club elite. Those are the big names. So I'm gonna start getting away a little bit from being as much distance oriented with my irons. So got to get more into the habit of looking at dispersion, both left and right, and dispersion in terms of like distance, more so than trying to like hit my irons like as far as possible. They just get used and abused more than what someone's house. Tons of traffic daily on them. I'm not familiar with most other lines of clubs, but as far as those Strixons, I don't know what those would be considered, if those are still game improvement or like player's distance. But for the amount of balls that you hit, Black Cloud, I would say if you're going to spend the money, you may want to kind of future proof the irons a little bit and go more towards like a P790, P770 equivalent. You're not going to hit them as far because they're going to be weaker lofted, but there's a reason why better players. I wouldn't recommend going like cavity backs, or not cavity backs, like MCs, like muscle backs or muscle cavities. But I would recommend going like a step down or two from like game improvement irons if I were you. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep hitting balls and you're gonna seemingly get better. And if you go like game improvement route, then you're gonna be in like a similar position like 6 months from now or a year from now next off season and be like, all right, now I'm looking for irons again. You're gonna play different this year instead of trying to always hit the flag distance. I'm gonna play shorter and let it roll up to the flag. At least try it for the first round I play. I've seen some people recommend um, playing like for like GPSs and whatnot that give you the distance to the front, middle, and the back of the green. I've seen people recommend um, amateurs like 75% of their shots usually come up short. I've seen people recommend playing all your distances to the back of the green to make sure you have enough club to at least get it there. Try player's irons one step below blades. Afraid to play longer, but I don't want to go too long. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a fine line there, right, between airmail and greens. If you like airmail like the first three greens by doing that, then you're like, all right, maybe I'll play to the middle, even if the pin's in the front. Um, and I mean, blades are considered like MBs. So one step above that would be MCs, which I don't even play. I don't know if I would recommend that, but nothing stopping you from trying those. If you like them, you like them. I would recommend the players distance category, which both the 770s and the 790s fall into. The 770s are just a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, um, smaller sweet spot, but they have some tech in them that'll help you out on mishits. Um, I mean, if you go anything, again, I don't know. I don't think I'm good enough to even play MCs, which are what you're saying, one step above, below, whatever, a step above blades. I mean, I could definitely hit them, but you get into that territory. It's a trade-off between if you're not striking it dead center out of the middle every time, then it's a trade-off between making an already tough game even tougher for what? Um, I don't know. There's always a trade-off. You have way more distance than you do last year. For me, when I got mine, I kind of tried to future-proof them a little bit. So I'm not the type of person that's going to go out and buy brand new irons every year or even every couple years. So I kind of went. I've had them for like a year and a half now. About. Um, when I bought those, when I pulled the trigger on them, I kind of went a little bit beyond my skill level when I bought those to future-proof the irons. But even now, I feel like I've gotten better since then. And even now, I'm not even sure I would want to play a full set like 4 through pitching wedge of the 770s. Like I like that extra forgiveness of the 4, 5, and 6 iron with the 790s. You could see if you're gonna buy them new. You can look at a combo set. That's a good mixture. I don't know. I think people have different definitions of blades. I don't see the people that I play with and the people that I've like randomly got paired with on course. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone playing blades. I think like they make irons to where people think that like my 770s and 790s are blades because they make them look like that, but they're definitely not blades. So I don't know. I don't think very many people are playing blades. Blades are like if you look at like a Vokey wedge or even like my Amazon wedges that are basically literally just like a hunk of metal. Those are like blades all the way down to like 4 iron with like literally nothing there. It's just a hunk of metal. I don't see many people playing those personally. I would say 90% of the people that I play with and have ever played with are playing some type of game improvement iron. Paper thin, no cavity or anything. Seen him in person, tried hitting him. Golf Pro I use. Golf Pro used to know, had them and let me hit them. Maybe I'm just not playing with good enough players, but I mean, if you tried them, you know what they're all about. Then they feel great when you hit them out of the sweet spot. But if you're anything like me and the average player, you rarely hit it out of the sweet spot, so it's just going to be a lot less forgiving. For I don't really see unless you're literally like the way I put it, unless you're literally like working the ball like with like 3 yards of draw or fade into like a tucked pin, like a front right pin. If you're literally good enough to work the ball with a baby fade to like a front right pin, or good enough to work the ball slightly to like a front left tuck pin, I don't think there's any benefit of playing blades other than the fact that you can brag to your friends that you're playing blades. But then you go in like on a miss hit, you're just gonna get severely punished. They're gonna go half the distance and they're gonna go all over the place, which is why I mean something like the P790 is the most. I don't know if it still is. I think it might be, but for like 10 years, it was like the most popular set of irons on the market because it fits anyone from like scratch all the way up to about a 15 handicap can play those. You couldn't hit him at all. Crazy to see how Justin hit him. Couldn't even hit a good shot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just if you think about, like I said, like a wedge. I know people have different wedges. Like some people have really uh, chunky wedges with a lot of bounce and whatnot, and some tech in them. Like some of those Cleveland wedges and the ping wedges are pretty chunky. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like the ones that I have are like a Vokey wedge. That's literally just a hunk of metal. If you think about that, down to a 4 iron, you're not gonna hit that 4 iron too good. He used my Mizuno, blasted them even further than I hit them, much further than his blades even. Well, yeah, that's just because they're loft jacked. Like we've been talking about that. Like same thing. Kind of me and Seadrum got into that the other day. The fact that like they're so loft jacked. One, because they have so much more tech now between lowering the center of gravity, launching higher, landing softer type of thing. But realistically, more so than anything, it comes down to them stamping an 8 on an iron that's traditionally lofted at like uh 5, 6, or 7 iron. So they're really only doing that. So you walk into a store and you say, "All right, I hit my 8 iron 145," and now you pick up an 8 iron that's brand new off the shelf and it's going 170, and you're like, "Wow, these things are awesome." But realistically, you're just playing a club that has a traditional loft of like 2 clubs less. So I don't know. He said he doesn't want that much distance, doesn't want to lose control. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Unless you're good enough to where you have that control, then yeah, then the blades make sense. But 95% of us aren't good enough to have that. And when you go that route, then you're losing distance and you're losing forgiveness, which translates over to accuracy. So instead of a miss hit going 10 yards left of your target, hit's going to go 20 yards left of your target and it's going to go 30 yards short. But like he's saying, there's also a trade-off. So like those almost all the game improvement irons are cast, meaning that they pour the hot metal into a mold, and that causes hot spots because there's small tiny air bubbles when they pour the hot metal. Those cause hot spots versus a forged iron, which they bang out and it's a solid piece of metal, so you don't have those hot spots. So that's what I was saying. Like the dispersion, dispersion people mostly think about left and right, but dispersion is also really important front and back. So if you blast one, if that guy was playing game improvement irons and he's expecting a certain club to go a certain distance, and then he catches a hot spot on the face and it goes 10, 15 yards further than he wanted, that's no good. I think you just got to be honest where your game is. Anyone's got to be honest where their game is and where they realistically think their game could possibly go, and then make a decision. Like even Cedron was saying, if he played like he could play, anyone can play any iron they want, but if he was playing like a game improvement iron, he'd be hitting his pitching wedge like 180, and you just don't need to do that. Yeah, you can have like ego and bragging rights to say when you're playing with someone, they're like, "Oh, I hit a 6 iron. What'd you hit? Oh, I hit my pitching wedge." Yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool for like bragging rights and ego and pride, but if iron shots, which I was saying before, I got to get more into the mindset of iron shots need to be about control and consistency. If I need if I need more club, then I just grab more club, and just swing smooth versus trying to like hit it to like not like Happy Gilmore type of max distance, but like if I like actually swing pretty hard and connect on one, I gotta get in the mindset of trying to add all my distance with like my woods and my driver, and resign myself to the fact that maybe I hit my clubs 5 or 10 yards less with irons. Shaft plays a huge role also. It's also interesting in forward golf, so that not every company's shafts are identical. Yeah, they're definitely not. Um, even like yeah, they're just not. It's not apples to apples. There's one company could have a stiff flex that another company is calls it regular, and there could be another company that calls it stiff, which in another company it could be extra stiff. Well, no, well Bryson he does it for a different reason. Bryson loft jacks it because he swings so fast. He needs lower loft, otherwise he would hit him so high and they would literally spin off the planet. So he needs lower lofts to be able to control his distance better. Otherwise, if he was playing more conventionally lofted clubs, he would just hit them way too high and they would spin way too much. So I mean, he's an anomaly. None of us are Bryson, but he's doing it for a different reason. He's not doing it just to brag. I mean, he's said it a bunch of times too. He's not doing it just so he can the announcers on TV can say, "Oh, he's hitting his 7 iron, 230." For him, it's because they're too much spin for him. Someone just I don't know what they were doing last night. Someone just texted in the group chat that one of the guys has the other guy's phone. So if someone can get the information to him. Yeah, Bryson's a freaking nature for sure. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you're literally talking about like long drive competitors. I know Bryson's a pro and Kyle's not, but Bryson also competed and did really well in long drive. So you're talking about like Martin Borgmeyer, Kyle Berkshire type of people. That's like a different class. That's like 0.1% of all golfers. It's crazy how far they can hit it and yet not shoot low rounds. Well, again, that's why kind of goes back to what we were saying. It's great if you can hit it really far off the tee and you're hitting it 350, 400 yards off the tee and you're hitting a 8 iron into a green versus a 5 iron. That's going to make a lot of difference. But if you can't control your distance with approach shots and iron shots, then yeah, that distance is great. But Kyle and Rocco, Rocco turned Kyle up. No, I don't. Who's Rocco? I don't even know who Rocco is. I mean, there's a reason why those long drive guys aren't on tour. Bryson's an anomaly. Everyone always says how he hits it so far and so straight. Dude's a mad scientist, so he figured it out. But if it all just came down to hitting it 400 yards off the tee and hitting your pitching wedge 200 yards, and all those guys would be top of the leaderboard every week, which they're not. Not even on tour. Rocco Mediate? No, never heard of that name. What do you mean you're not big into golf? You're big into golf. You're probably bigger into golf than I am. The difference is, compared to some people, I'm not a golf historian, which is the difference. I play a ton of golf and I focus on trying to get better at golf myself, but I don't study all of like the courses and the pros and all that kind of stuff. So there's some people that don't even play that know way more about like that type of stuff than I do. Yeah, I've been golfing longer than you have, but not by that much. It's not like I've been golfing for 20 years. I gotta watch still. I keep seeing it pop up on YouTube, that break 50 with Bryson, uh, Garrett Clark, and Grant Horvat. Did they do it? You can spoil it if you already saw it. I would imagine with three people, those guys are all really good. Assuming they were playing a three-man scramble. I finally remembered to bring the. I think it looks a little bit better. I turned the overhead lights off, and I remember to bring this little bendable light over here to shine it on the cup. I had that a couple months back in here, but then I had to break everything down. I forgot to bring it back. Yeah, they broke 50 maybe because Garrett was in the video. I can't I can't stand him. When they shoot like 47 or something, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if they shot like mid to high 40s with 3 people. Especially, I'm assuming Bryson went last every time. If I had to rank those guys, I would go Bryson 1, Grant 2, Garrett 3. So I'm assuming they went in that order for almost all the shots. And if you give Bryson two looks at every single putt, especially if they're putting them close into the green. .48, can't remember the exact numbers. So that was the first time they broke it then. It kind of sucks. I mean, I assume they'll go back to like the regular 2-man from the Reds, but the fact like they were close, they got 50 or 51 a couple times, right? And then he just, I guess, kind of changed the format to make it a little bit easier with 3 people. I kind of wish he would have stuck with the original with 2 people a little bit longer. That's like spending 6 months trying to dunk on a 10-foot hoop and be like, all right, I can't dunk on a 10-foot hoop. Let's lower it down to 9. And then calling it like you still dunked it. Garrett was hitting putts early. Yeah, first time, but having more than 2 people, you'd assume it's easier with more than 2 people. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have, like you're saying, having more than 2 people is easier than having 2 people. But that's my point. Like the whole challenge was breaking 50 with 2 people, and then he seemingly hasn't been able to do it in like 10 tries. So instead of keep trying to do it, he did it with 3 people. So now I don't know. It kind of like ruins the challenge a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should have stayed with 2 people. Whatever. I'm sure that video probably already has like 1 million views, so what do we know? I guess my point is like everyone was tuning in to see if they could do it with 2 people, but now that they did it with 3 people, are you gonna watch the next one when he tries to do it again with 2 people, or is he just not gonna do it anymore? I broke out my fancy pants again. My I looked up. It's something like uh jazz something. This like '90s paper goods solo cup design. I wore these for that Super Bowl stream, but no one was in here, so I figured I'd break them out again. Maybe I'll turn these into my new putting pants. It's something like cool jazz, smooth jazz, something like that. Solo jazz. That's what it was. Solo jazz. All right, Black Cloud. Don't get confused here. So, right now, I am in fact live. You figured this one out, but I do have a video coming out in about 42 minutes. So, don't get confused thinking that I'm live twice. This is an actual live stream, and the other one is a video premiere. I was thinking I was kind of probably stepping on my own views going live while I'm going to be premiering a video, but It is what it is. Most people watch the video. Most people watch the video after the fact, anyways. I thought I thought you were joking when you've come in before and saying that, making fun of kind of that other guy. I thought you were. I didn't know you were actually confused and you were having a tough time telling which one was live and which one wasn't. I guess one, there's two ways you can tell. One, the easiest way is just if the video, it shows me that I'm live, but if it's on like the actual video tab versus the live tab, that's the easiest way to tell. But the other one, it'll say in the description like premiering now. Do the garage streams all the time. I started off making fun of a person, but now I really can't. I know, I get it. I'm sure they look from your end. If you're just like you pop on for the first like minute or two, you probably can't tell. Um, I guess another way, you just writing that message, are you live? If I don't respond, then you know I'm not live. But to be fair, it wasn't the live issue he had. It was, yeah, I know. It was using the balls with the dots. Funny though, now he kind of disappeared with now that they integrated the TP5s. Now literally all I use is the dotted balls, which are the TP5s. So now he doesn't have anything to complain about. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. Someone left a not so nice comment on that video I did about the GS Pro colliders, and I had something typed out, and I was talking about it yesterday when I was live. If I wanted to, I was thinking about kind of fighting fire with fire. Hey, what's up, Toast? You're at the gym. I was thinking about fighting fire with fire and kind of doing a snarky reply, but I took the higher road and tried to kill him with kindness. He sent like this big long message, and I said something along the lines of sending you well wishes or whatever, and he just responded and said LOL. I just don't get. I've said it before. I just don't get the people like I've seen stuff on YouTube that like I don't like, I don't find interesting, or I think it's a dumb video, or even possibly like misleading people. But I don't sit around leaving like mean comments. Like I don't know. I never understood that. And like on top of it, it was a video that I was doing to try to help other people. Apparently, he did not understand that concept. He was like mad that I was pointing it out. But speaking of working out, I'm gonna work out a little bit later. Gonna be doing push muscles later. Chest, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Yesterday I did back, biceps, and a modified leg workout with my knee. Hey, what's up, Aussie golfer? Working on my putting. All right, we got 27 people in here, but we only have 4 likes. Someone help me out with the likes. Thumbs up for Hosel. Appreciate it. Sleds and carries. You seem to do a lot of that type of stuff with the sleds and whatnot. It's good though. Good functional movements, big compound, useful type of movements versus like sitting there for 20 minutes doing bicep curls. No, I can't see. I can just see the number black cloud. I can't see who does what. It just shows as like I can see how many people are in here. There's 27 people in here, and we have 5 likes. I can only see the number of likes. If it did, I would call you guys out. I know probably from your end it seems dumb. Like, all right, why do I have to like this video every single time? But it does help in terms of YouTube is just looking for engagement. So between like the like, sending messages, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that kind of stuff, they look at it in terms of, all right, people are interacting with this content, so I'm going to show it to more people type of thing. Versus if times when I go live and people aren't really saying anything or don't do anything, then they're like, all right, people on their end, if it's the algorithm looking at it, they're saying, okay, whatever this person is doing on the live stream, people aren't engaging with it and they're not very interested in it, so then they don't push it out to more people. That's kind of how it works. Functional movements that tax the central nervous system. If you want to really tax your central nervous system, go try and go hit balls for about 5 hours straight. That's a tax. I was drained yesterday. I was saying earlier in the stream, between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I hit like 10 hours worth of balls. I did just shy of 5 hours on Wednesday, and then I did about 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and 45 minutes or something around there on Thursday, and then yesterday was like a little over 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, definitely a little overboard. Aussie golfer. Definitely went a little bit overboard, but I was kind of uh, on Wednesday at least. I came on to do a beta test for C-Drum, so I played 18 holes, and I said, all right, I've been meaning to work on driver, so then I think you were in there for some of that. Started hitting driver. I think I hit driver for about an hour, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to start cooling down and hit some irons, but then C-Drum started giving me some tips, and I started hitting them better, and I didn't want to stop, which turned into 5 hours. And then Thursday, I said, all right, I was hitting it really good at the end of yesterday. I want to build on that. So then I hit hit like 3 hours more worth of balls. And then yesterday was more so just Valentine's Day. I figured not that many people would be live, so I figured I'd try to go live, but it was kind of a dud. Which sucks too. I was thinking on my end, I like doing, and I'm sure from your end, it like you can see more and it's a higher quality stream when I do the landscape, but unfortunately, there's just not as many people that come across it. So I may have to start doing these vertical streams majority of the time and then save the landscape ones for like when I'm doing a collab or like a more special stream to make sure you guys can see more of the screen. Um, honestly, I wish it was the other way around, but kind of is what it is. I do feel all right today, though. I think tomorrow, I'm not gonna hit balls today. Tomorrow, I'll be nice and fresh. So we'll see what I do tomorrow. Thursday warmed up at home for 90 minutes and played the sim bar 3 hours. Felt it yesterday. Yeah, it's one thing too. At least with the sim bar, I would imagine you're taking turns with other people, so you're not constantly swinging. But when I was doing that, I was obviously the only one there, and I was hitting shots. If I wasn't reading a chat or reading the comments, I was pretty much hitting. So it was not like rapid fire, but I was hitting a lot more shots than if it was like 3 more people in there taking turns with me. Still kicked your butt. Yeah, I mean it's a lot. That's a lot of swings. Which is the good and the bad thing about simulator golf. You can play a lot quicker and you can get a lot more in a short amount of time. But on the flip side of that coin, you're taking way more swings than you usually would in a way shorter amount of time. So you think about playing 18 holes on course. I mean, even if you shoot an 80, a lot of those are putts. So you're hitting, I don't know, 60 shots across 4 hours versus I'm playing 18 holes in like an hour, especially if I'm on the range. I'm hitting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shots within that 4 hour time frame. You got any news for us today, Black Cloud, or what? No breaking news out of you? What do we think? Is Scotty going to win another tournament by the time tomorrow afternoon comes around? Haven't heard anything. Black Cloud is our breaking news reporter over here for the channel. I hit a million putts and pitches. Have to limit full swings because of neighbors. And I feel that. Not for my neighbors, but I limit full swings. Like yesterday, I didn't want to hit anything. I didn't want to hit anything really past an 8 iron. I need to kind of limit myself just in terms of wear and tear on my back and my body and whatnot. Which is why I did probably about 45 minutes yesterday, even an hour maybe, on the range. I hit a lot of choked down 100-yard approach wedge shots, and then I went through pretty rapid fire. I played like 3 18-hole rounds at a par 3. I think what I do, I did Whoville, I did 4, I think. I did 4 rounds yesterday. I did Whoville, I did neighborhood golf, I did concrete jungle, and then I did Hillbilly Hills. Did the C drum trifecta of courses besides neighborhood golf. He didn't do that one. I was thinking too, I'm still kind of in that mindset to where when I hurt my knee, I wasn't able to hit shots for like a week. So I'm still in that mindset of like I'm still like grateful and happy to go hit shots, but then I overdo it like I have been these past couple days, and then like I force myself to take a break and do something like this for a day. I'll probably go out tomorrow though, and I'll probably get some videos recorded for next week, and then I'll probably do either some driver work or play an actual course like 18 holes with like hitting driver and whatnot. Toast, did you say that was in the premiere the other day? You said that you're working on getting a computer or a laptop or something for GS Pro? Did you pull the trigger on anything yet? I wish those it was fun doing that glow in the dark golf ball thing the other day, but I broke four of them out there that day. So I can't go through $25 worth of balls every single time I do that. Now I only have, if I want to do that in here, I only have two balls that work out of the six. But I've been trying to think of some other stuff I could do that's a little bit different. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I was meaning to look. I think we got some more suboptimal weather coming this way. It was raining the other day when I was out there, but then it got really cold. It's only like 20 degrees out right now. 22. Ooh, we got some snow. We got some snow coming starting at about 3:30. That's fun. Says, I don't know, it's never exactly right. It says 4 inches. But then I think it's supposed to rain unless this rain got turned to snow. What's tomorrow? 1 to 2 inches of rain tomorrow, it says. So today is a high of 31 with snow, and then tomorrow is supposed to be a high of 48 with rain. Snowing here now, won't stop until 1 a.m. It turns to rain. Gotta get up and shovel and snowball before it turns to ice. Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. I try to keep up with it so that doesn't happen. Luckily, it seems like, at least for around here, when it turns to rain that quick, and the fact that tomorrow's going to be, I mean, that's really warm. To go from right now, tomorrow's going to be a high of 48. That's pretty warm. Right now, right now it's 28 with a real feel of 22 with 4 inches of snow, and then going to get 30 degrees warmer, 20 degrees warmer tomorrow. So I think I'm probably not going to shovel tonight. I don't know how long that's going to go for. It shows from like 3:30 until like 7. I don't know how much further it goes past that, but I think with 1 to 2 inches of rain tomorrow, that should wash a lot of it away, I would think, and melt it all. And then it'll probably freeze. Yeah, and then Monday back down to 32, 27 on Tuesday, 30 on Wednesday, 29 on Thursday with snow. It's weird. Weird how it can go from consistently 20 to 30 degrees and then all of a sudden one day 48 with 2 inches of rain. I guess though, all things considered, as long as I don't have any flooding issues, the ground's already pretty saturated and filled with snow. Knock on wood, there's no flooding issues with 2 inches of rain, which is kind of a lot. I would rather have rain than snow. Do you know, Black Cloud? If there is it equal, like apples to apples? If there's 2 inches of rain, does that equate over to 2 inches of snow? I don't think it does. Like to me, I would think like 2 inches of rain would be like 4 to 6 inches of snow because it freezes and expands. So you would think that same amount of precipitation would be a lot more uh, snow than it would be rain, I would think. What's up, Kristen? Kristen Bergfeld. How's it going? We're talking about snow. Yeah, probably not. Liquid is different mass and different forms. Yeah, I wonder. There's got to be some kind of calculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like double or triple. So like 2 inches of rain, I wouldn't be surprised if that would equate over to like 4 to 6 inches of snow. Like I said though, as long as I don't have any flooding issues, I will be pretty happy if this 2 inches of rain tomorrow with 48 degrees, if that kind of resets everything and gets rid of like 90% of the snow on the ground. And then once it snows again from there, I'm kind of starting back from square one. Because right now I have piles of snow like a couple feet tall that are all just frozen ice right now. So hopefully a lot of that gets taken away. I was also wondering in terms of flooding, because everything right now is so frozen solid. I was wondering if maybe the flooding isn't that big of a concern with 2 inches of rain coming because the ground is still going to be pretty frozen. So it'll be like surface flooding, but not necessarily like water table coming up flooding, I would think. You going to the mall for the whole day? What are you going to buy? You going to buy some golf stuff? You could buy Black Cloud some new irons and send them to him. I could use I could use some more TaylorMade Pix balls if you want to buy those from me. Maybe a fiber built hitting mat. No, I don't sell those. I'm just kidding. I don't sell anything. Or you're saying, did they sell that at the mall? Yeah, I mean, there's a couple malls around here that have golf stores in them, like Golf Galaxy, uh, like Dick's Sporting Goods, PGA Superstore, South Park Mall. Where is that? I'm sure there's some type of sporting goods store in there. If not, just a complete golf store. You don't know? Well, what state are you in, or general area? Oh, you're 8. You don't know where it is? All right. Well, never mind. Don't tell me what state you're in then. One thing you can do for me though is you can hit the like button on the video. I would appreciate that. That's easy to do. You know how to do that. We still only have 5 likes. Phil over at McGolfin TV yesterday was saying he learned that begging for likes actually works. He liked, thanks. Maybe I need to start begging more. Mm, mm, mm. Well, so far, Black Cloud's getting snow, Toast is at the gym, and Kristen's going to the mall. Besides that, doesn't seem like there's much going on. You're hitting your 3 hybrid? What do you get out of that thing? I'm assuming my I don't even have it in the bag anymore, but my 3 hybrid was or I guess was 19 degrees, which I'm assuming yours is probably similar to that. And then my 4 hybrid, which I have in my bag, is 22 degrees. Carry 180, rolls out to 192. It's not too shabby. I find that my yard just get kind of jumbled up and kind of get grouped too close together at the top of my bag, bottom of my bag. Longer clubs. Um, like sometimes there's not even that much difference between like my 6 to my 4 iron, and then obviously there's a difference with driver, but there's times where I hit my 3 wood off the deck as far or further than driver, and then hybrid's kind of somewhere in between there. Two more Squishmallows. Me and my sister ever growing collection. I have no idea what a Squishmallow is, but it sounds like a stuffed animal. Mm, 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 mm. At least this will work out well in terms of weather. Should be warmer in the garage tomorrow if it's going to be 48 degrees out, so um, definitely it'll be nicer than it has been. It's weird. Yesterday, evil. Yesterday I didn't really feel like hitting balls, but I still did. Now today, I'm not hitting balls, but I kind of feel like hitting balls. No, I don't know what squishmallows are. Sounds like a mixture between a stuffed animal and a marshmallow. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Somewhere scented. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Chewing a lollipop and your mouth hurts? Stop chewing on the lollipop. Problem solved. Tastes good? I've been buying, I'm not a massive candy person, but I've been buying this like chocolate peanut butter trail mix from Walmart lately. It's pretty good. Has like this like chocolate type of cereal. It has peanuts, chocolate covered peanuts, and little mini Hershey peanut butter cups. It's pretty addicting. Not very healthy, but it is good. Hitting 5 foot to 4 foot putts on the X putt. I'm gonna get going here in a couple minutes. End this right before my video premieres, and I'll catch that in case anyone pops in that chat, so I can answer Black Cloud when he asks if I'm live again. Trying to get your sister sick. Was she allergic to peanuts? She would die. I should get the tape measure back in here again. These are probably about 6 footers or so. What time's my video? 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes. 12:02. It premieres. Small hole. Alright, I'll hit one in the small hole and then I'm out of here. How's that, Charlie? Hit the like and subscribe for the small hole. Bang. I said it a bunch, but the reason why I don't do that is because there's a little bit of a lump here in the mat, and this floor is not perfectly flat, so everything kicks. Everything works from left to right. So if I putt these, I have to aim like out here to the right and see how that works. At the end, it just kicks it to the left. It's not the best for working on putts. Same with yours. Yeah, really, I think I need like an iron or something to really flatten it out, or put some weight on it or something. But the ball's also getting away over here if I try to putt that way. So I just stick to the regulation hole. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys if you stop over into the Premier Riverwalk Skills Challenge. Really, really cool course on GS Pro. Some really cool capabilities on that thing. So I did a video going through it. But it's possible I may, well, it's snowing later. Maybe I'll go live again later on today and do this. But Your floor's not straight. I'll talk to you guys later. Shout out Black Cloud. I think it was the only member that was in here, but see you guys later. Kristen, Charlie, Toast, Black Cloud. I'll catch you on the next one. Check out the premiere.